It was supposed to be just another late-night drive back home. The road was empty, except for the faint hum of my old car engine. I had my window cracked open, letting the cold wind in, and for some reason, it felt too quiet. No crickets, no rustling of trees, nothing. I brushed it off at first. I mean, come on. Creepy roads at night? Classic horror setup. But then, I saw it. A lone figure standing at the far end of the road, completely still, facing away from me. As my headlights hit them, they turned around too quickly. Their movements weren't natural, more like a glitch in a video game. I slammed my brakes, my heart pounding. That's when they smiled. Not a friendly smile. This was a stretched, broken grin that didn't match their face at all. And before I could react, they bolted into the trees beside the road. At this point, I told myself, okay, don't panic, just keep driving. But deep down, I knew something was seriously wrong. A few minutes later, I caught something in my rearview mirror, running, on all fours, keeping up with my car. I floored the accelerator, and that's when I heard it, the voice of my mother calling my name from the woods. Except my mom was at home miles away. Every horror story I'd ever read suddenly made sense. This wasn't just some random person. This was something else entirely. I finally skidded to a stop near an old, abandoned gas station. I thought maybe I'd lost it. I stepped out, my phone flashlight barely cutting through the darkness. And then I heard it again. This time, it was my own voice calling me from behind the pumps. That's when I saw it. Long limbs, pale skin, its face twitching as it struggled to imitate me. A skinwalker. I ran. Through the gas station, down the road, into the woods, anything to get away. But it didn't just follow. It toyed with me, mimicking voices, breaking sticks in the distance, peering in the corner of my vision. I tripped over a log, my ankle screaming in pain. The skinwalker stepped into the moonlight, its head tilting at a sickening angle. I thought, this is it. Then bang, a flare of light and the roar of a shotgun. The skinwalker screeched and staggered back. Out of the shadows stepped a man in a torn jacket, face hidden under a hood. "Get up, now!" he yelled, pulling me to my feet. I didn't ask questions. We ran, the thing chasing us, until we reached a small clearing where he had set traps. He moved like he'd been preparing for this night his whole life. The skinwalker was fast, too fast. It lunged at me, but the man shoved me aside and fired again. The trap snapped, pinning the creature to the ground, but it kept fighting, letting out this ungodly howl that made my blood run cold. The man looked at me and said, "Go, don't look back." I refused. "I'm not leaving you here." He smiled faintly. "Kid, I was never leaving this forest alive." Before I could stop him, he charged the skinwalker, forcing it into the burning trap. Flames swallowed them both. The screams, I'll never forget those screams. By the time the fire burned out, they were both gone. No body, no trace, just silence. I stumbled out of the forest, bleeding and limping, the dawn light breaking over the horizon. I never learned his name. I don't know where he came from, but I do know this. If it wasn't for that stranger, I wouldn't be here to tell you this story. If you ever find yourself alone, somewhere you shouldn't be, and you hear a voice calling your name, don't answer it. And if you're lucky enough to have someone risk their life for you, never forget them. If you made it to the end of the story, hit that like button, subscribe for more horror, and tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were in my place?